Let me show you how to make the easiest glazed ham you'll ever make. So I'm working with a bone-in 7 to 8 pound smoked cooked ham, and I removed it from the packaging, gave it a rinse in cold water, and now I'm patting it dry in an 8-quart crock pot. This is my favorite way to make holiday ham. Here I have about 1.5 cups of light brown sugar. If you think that's too much light brown sugar, then scale it back to 1 cup. I'm going to add maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. I may have added a little extra. I'm eyeballing things. So now I'm going to add ground cinnamon. Start with a 1/2 teaspoon. Now just combine and mix everything well. So for the next part of the glaze, I'm going to add honey into a bowl, maybe 6 to 8 ounces. Again, use what you've got. I'm also going to add some Dijon mustard. You might think this is a strange combo, but trust me, all of this makes perfect sense. It goes so good with ham. Okay, give that a mix. And now what I'm going to do is just shake in a little more clove because I like it. You don't have to. And some ground cinnamon. That's just extra. Now combine that. Okay, so I'm adding 1 can of crushed pineapples. If I had sliced, I'd use that. I'm also going to add the liquid and the cherries from this entire jar of maraschino cherries. And just put that in there, so easy. I'm also going to ensure that it's dry on the surface of the ham because that helps everything stick. But first, I forgot to do this on the cutting board. I'm going to score the top of the ham. You can actually score the entire ham, but I guess I'm just going to do the top. Now you'll want to pour over that honey and Dijon mustard mix all over the top. The whole bowl of light brown sugar. You might think this is copious amounts of sweetness and sugar, but trust me, smoked ham like this is super salty. Okay, pat it down, and it looks good. Now I'm going to cover with a lid. I'm going to set this to high and let it cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And once it's done, I'm going to show you. My kitchen smells like the holidays. It's so good. So you end up with a juicy ham with this sweet coating glaze on top, and all of those juices, you're going to render that. Okay, so I'm going to carefully remove the ham. I'm just using 2 forks from my crock pot. I like to remove it from the crock pot and let it rest before I slice into it. And this is really heavy. It's juicy. And I see a piece that I'm going to eat over there. It fell back in. Okay, onto the baking sheet to rest. And I'm going to cover this and turn it back to high and just let it render. And you can skim off some of the fat from the top. I'm going for a bite. So once the ham has rested, you'll want to slice thin slices. And I like to just put it on a platter and pour over that liquid gold that's left in the crock pot. And you've got holiday ham deliciousness. It's so easy. My favorite slow cooker ham. And I love to serve it with a hash brown casserole. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on how I made this casserole. It's my favorite.